I wanted to take this opportunity at this time of year with Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur to be able to discuss a concept of tshuva which we might not always think about, but I think is important. In today's day and age, we often as parents are afraid to let our children make mistakes. And there was a New York Times article that recently came out that was put out by Madeline Levine. And in the article, she defines what she calls successful failure. Successful failure is failure for your child that enables a child to grow from the experience of failure. Meaning that we have to be able to allow our children to take risks. And sometimes those risks might end up in failure. We can't pamper them so much that we don't enable them to allow them to see the world and to be able to engage in the world. We want them to be able to explore and discover, but in order to do so, we have to allow them to also take risks. And sometimes risks can lead to failure. Now, within Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur, this whole concept of tshuva, I think we've learned from this Jewish concept of tshuva that we actually have the opportunity to make those mistakes. The question becomes, what do we do with those mistakes? What do we do with our failures? Do we learn and grow from the failure? Do we learn and have an experience where we've been able to learn what not to do the next time? Of how to maybe change something slightly so that we can actually be better at it the next time? That we can correct our mistakes so that the next time we don't end up causing harm to another, or the next time we can actually do something a little bit differently so that we can actually accomplish what we had initially set out to accomplish. And so tshuva has taught us that when we reflect and look deeply into ourselves and think about the mistakes that we've made, that we can actually alter and change our own growth in such a way that we can use risks to be able to continue to grow from there, to continue to be able to explore our world, not be afraid to look at what might be next. Not be afraid as to being able to think about new ideas and to explore new concepts. Not worry that failure might be embarrassing or shameful, but it can actually be something that we can continue to grow from.
Shabbat Shalom.